Hi and welcome to John's Maths Book. In this video, we'll be exploring another key concept in mathematics. If you find this tutorial helpful, then please show your support by subscribing, liking, and leaving a comment. Your positive engagement helps me create more content and allows me to bring you more valuable maths lessons. Without further ado, let's go over to the whiteboard. Quartiles are statistical values that divide an ordered data set into 4 equal parts, resulting in 3 key points: quartile 1 or Q1, quartile 2 or Q2, and quartile 3 or Q3. Q1 marks the 25th percentile, and 25% of the data set falls below this value. Q2 is the median of the data set and marks the 50th percentile, and 50% of the data falls below this value. And Q3 represents the 75th percentile, and 75% of the data set falls below this value. Quartiles are useful tools as they help us understand how data is distributed and help identify outliers and trends. In the real world, this can be applied to such things as economics, healthcare, and education, and help companies understand whether various results are poor, normal, or exceeding expectations. Let's now look at how we calculate quartiles. We're going to calculate the quartiles of 2 data sets, one with an even number of values and one with an odd number of values. In this first data set, we have 9 values, and the values range from 2 to 13. The first step in finding the quartiles is to order the data set from lowest to highest. In this example, the data is already ordered. So we can now start by finding the median value, which will give us Q2 or quartile 2. The median value or middle value in an ordered data set of 9 is the 5th value. So this value here, and this represents Q2 or quartile 2. To find quartile 1 in a data set which has an odd number of values, we can take all those values less than the median value, so that's these values here, and find the median of this subset, and this will give us Q1 or quartile 1. So for this subset of 4 values, we have 2 middle values, and these values are shown here. They are 3 and 3, and therefore to find the median, we take the average of these 2 values. And to find the average of the 2 numbers, we add them both together, so 3 plus 3, which gives 6, and then divide 6 by 2, which gives us a value of 3. So Q1 or quartile 1 is 3. And then to find Q3 in a data set which has an odd number of values, we take the subset of data which is greater than the median value. So in our data set, that's these 4 values here. We then find the median of these 4 values, and this will give us Q3 or quartile 3. So as we have 4 values in this subset of data, we have 2 middle values. So that's these 2 values here. And to find the median, we take the average of these 2 values. And to find the average, we first sum these 2 values. So 10 plus 11 gives us 21. And then we divide this result by 2 to give 10.5. And this gives us quartile 3 or Q3. In this next example, we want to find quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3 of a data set which contains 10 values. So the number of values in the data set this time is even. It's a similar data set to the one previously used, but the important point here is that it contains 10 values. So therefore it's an even numbered data set. The first step in finding Q1, Q2, and Q3 is to order the data. And in this example, the data is ordered. Next, we need to find the median value. This will give us Q2 or quartile 2. As the number of values in our data set is 10 and even, we have 2 middle values. So to find the median, we need to find the average of these 2 middle values. So our 2 middle values are 3 and 5 shown here. So we need to take the average of these to find the median of the data set, and this will also correspond to Q2 or quartile 2. To find the average of 3 and 5, we first add the numbers, so 3 plus 5 gives us 8, and then we divide it by 2, and this gives us a value of 4. So 4 is our median value, and it's also our Q2 or quartile 2 value. And now to find Q1 or quartile 1 in an even numbered data set, we take the lower half of data and find its median. So the lower half of data is the first 5 values in this data set. So that's these values here, and this subset of data has 5 values within it. So to find the median, we take the middle value. So the middle value of 5 values is the third value. So this value here. So quartile 1 or Q1 is equal to 3. And to find Q3 or quartile 3 in a data set which has an even number of values, we take a subset of data, which is the upper half of data. So that's these values here. And we find the median or middle value of this subset of data. And as a subset of data contains 5 values, the middle value is the third value. So that's this value here and is equal to 10. And this becomes our Q3 or quartile 3 value. So we now have quartile 1 or Q1, which is equal to 3, quartile 2 or Q2, which is equal to 4, and quartile 3 or Q3, which is equal to 10.